go in yours vision household and the dog wants choose the new sofa. The outcome, more than distress that, on to an specialist, was perhaps the reason of the furnishings destroying in the at first location. Dogs will choose up on yours distress while driving building, says Gwen Bailey, founding member of Pup High School, a web of dog learning classes. It is top to keep them in loved ones for a pair of weeks so they can go in a more than populated building. 1 in 4 persons UK households own a hound. More than rather than a millionth homes are anticipated to be purchased following year. How is a lot of hounds on the go? So, taking into account how 2018 is the China Year of the Dog, start in February, maybe the UK's favourite pet should get a slight more than review for the coup of driving household. At low characteristic buying, dog lovers will include thing to assist them in 2018, period to get ready. The continuing revenue compress tool expert do not wait a splash in consumer demand amongst capacity buyers following year. Prices will just crawl up. So, no requirement buy and go in a race. M.S. Bailey, whose volume The Ultimate Pup has been in printing for 21 years, says how dogs can be more than regional, violent, acute to munch whatever, or obedient, depending on their identity, for the distress of driving household. She suggests how manufacturing up the hound's cot, manufacturing certainly they include their water supply cup, and creation a usual, should be priorities, yet unkempt the new household. The new household giving all the opportunity of a crisp begin, though the hound, she says, time her 7-month-old Vizsla, Otto, acting about her. The is a ultimate prospect to begin once again, to enter several new rules and new routines. So if, tell, you do not wish yours dog to go upper floor, later a new household is a nice period to do how changing, she says. She as well suggests how dog owners believe their new neighbors while driving household, especially if down there are cats or family following doorway. But which are the chances of lot human beings receive new neighbors in 2018? Simon Rubinsohn, head political economist at the King Establishment of Chartered Surveyors, RICS, says the habitation marketplace in lot areas will be muted proper to a restriction on availability. The RICS forecast, painted of surveyors through the UK, has one of the top path accounting records for precision. In 2018, the weighting is for building prices to be unchanged, and for the price of leasing to growth by 1%. Yet, the masks a big provincial distinction. Prices might so drop in London and the southward east of England, RICS predicts, time growing fastest in Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales and the polar western of England. Building prices compared to income are yet reduced rather than up, the finance meltdown in these areas wherever characteristic values are anticipated to growth. It is not just geographical how habitation marketplace analysts trust will be essential in 2018, but as well the kind of characteristic gateway Rightmove, that tracks request prices, expects homes in 2 bedrooms or less to growth in cost by 3%, compared in a 2% growth in 3 and 4 persons bedroom homes. But the leap in cost remnant the big while driving of a 3 to a 4 persons bedroom household, quite rather than driving among less homes. Habitation columnist Henry Pryor, whose early forecast of a 4% drop in building prices in 2017 is looking so broad of the mark, says building cost forecasting are a stupidity. The impact of concern rates, by the government schemes to help at first-time buyers, and the mood of lenders, can include a big impact on prices and are hard to anticipate. In 2018, the B speech, Brexit, might do buyers latency any capacity buy, he says, but the D speech, obligation, divorce rate and die, will go on to driving several operation in the habitation marketplace. Once again, he expects building prices to drop in 2018. Ed Stansfield, head characteristic political economist at Equity Economy, who is predictive a 2% growth, agrees how buyers and lenders will be careful in 2018. He says, will be the impact of concern rates. The Banking of England newly grown its standard bet for the at first period for 10-year. It now stands at 0.5%. For Ray Balger of John Charcoal Hypothec Power Brokers, the effect of any future rises in concern rates would not build too lot of a fight for such who include undertaken out a household lending newly. These homeowners would already include been proven to provide they could manage in greater concern bet rises, and largest are on flat rate deals. Wherever it could include an impact, he suggests, is by reduction the maximal hypothec accessible to new applicants. At first-time buyers' requirement to discover an ordinary deposit account of on £33,000, on to Russell Caboose, of Hypothec Creditor Halifax. At low the team will be cheered by forecasting of little rises, or the waterfall in building prices. The leads to which, for lot human beings, is the decisive element on if to buy there at first household, go to a greater A, or remain place. It is not capacity concern bet rises, not the availability of mortgages, and surely not the well-being of the household domestic animal. It is how so off human beings sense. So, expert accept, a forecasted continuing compress on incomes will perhaps indicate a partly statical UK habitation marketplace in 2018. How might be nice news story for FIDO at low.